What you're about to see is something truly unexpected. It began as just another quiet day in the park, peaceful and calm. But that silence was shattered by desperate, tiny cries. A small kitten, just a baby, had fallen deep inside a storm drain and was now trapped. The metal grate covering the drain had slits so narrow that no one could reach through. With every passing second, the situation grew more dire. Nearby, the mother cat was in a state of panic. She paced back and forth, her own cries echoing her baby's, refusing to leave the spot. It was clear she knew her kitten was in terrible danger and that she desperately needed help. People started to gather, their attention drawn by the commotion. "Please hurry," someone pleaded. "The kitten is stuck down there." The cries had been going on for what felt like an eternity, almost 10 minutes. Down in the cold, dark drain, the kitten was growing weaker, its tiny body losing warmth, barely hanging on. Without a moment's hesitation, a call was made to the park's rescue team. They arrived quickly and immediately began to assess the scene. The storm drain was sealed shut, and as everyone already knew, the slits in the grate were far too small to fit a hand through. A direct rescue was impossible. This was going to require specialized tools and a lot of skill. The team sprang into action. They brought out their equipment while one member prepared a warming box and soft towels. They had to be ready for the moment the kitten was out, assuming it would be alive. The chances were slim, but they had to try. One rescuer took a powerful light and lowered it into the drain, sweeping the beam slowly through the darkness. At first, there was nothing, just the damp, cold concrete walls. The crowd held its breath, a collective silence falling over the park. Was it too late? And then, a flicker of movement, a tiny shadow in the corner of the beam. "There," someone whispered, pointing. "Hold the light steady." The rescuer picked up a long, specialized grabber tool and carefully began to lower it into the darkness, guided by the steady beam of light. Every single person watched, their hearts pounding. The tension was unbearable. Seconds stretched into what felt like minutes. The rescuer's movements were slow, precise, and incredibly gentle. And then, success. A collective gasp of relief swept through the crowd as the tiny kitten was slowly, carefully lifted out of the drain. It was alive, but so incredibly weak and shivering uncontrollably. It was immediately placed into the prepared warming box. The warmth from the box began to work its magic, and slowly, its shallow breathing started to become a little steadier. Everyone watched, their eyes fixed on the tiny creature, hoping and praying. "She's breathing better now," someone whispered, the relief in their voice palpable. Throughout the entire ordeal, the mother cat had never strayed far. She watched every move with an intense, protective gaze. She seemed to understand that these humans were trying to help, a silent trust forming between species. As the kitten grew a little stronger, looking more alert, the team secured the area and made sure the storm drain was safely closed to prevent this from ever happening again. But the most emotional moment was yet to come. With incredible care, the mother cat was gently placed inside the warming box, alongside her baby. The reunion was instantaneous and deeply moving. She immediately curled up beside her kitten, nuzzling it gently, her frantic energy replaced by a deep, calming purr. She knew her child was finally safe. They were then transported together for further veterinary care, ensuring they would never be separated again. What started as a terrifying and desperate situation ended with a powerful display of hope and compassion. A tiny life was saved from the brink, and a mother was reunited with her baby. It's a beautiful reminder that when we choose to act with kindness, we can make a real difference, bridging the gap between humans and animals and changing everything for the better. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more incredible rescues.